Another day, another Shane Dawson and James Charles drama. What's up, guys? Today, we have to talk about Shane Dawson announcing a comeback, the Ace family addressing some pretty serious rumors, and James Charles' plans for a return. It's a mess, so let's get into it.
Exposed. Exposed. You're exposed. You're exposed. You are exposed. Exposed, 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 exposed. You are exposed, sir. I'm going to expose you. Expose you. Oh my God, expose you.
So, as we all know by now, Shane likes to come and go from Instagram every few months just to check in. He'll normally post an update, share his merch, and then he's gone for another month or two. Well, Shane came back to share his next life adventure. It looks like Jeffrey snatched Shane Dawson's mansion, and now he's living in an RV. Just kidding, but yeah. Shane shared this photo to Instagram saying, "Entering my next phase in life, RV person. Why is this me as an RV? And just renting it out, by the way, taking my time transforming into an RV person. Baby steps." So, new theory, is Shane gonna return to YouTube and rebrand as a van lifer? Maybe, maybe not. But after Shane shared his new RV journey, he went on to post a bit more of a personal update regarding when he'll actually return to the internet and be more active. He wrote, "I know I'm still pretty inactive on social media, but it's just because I'm just trying to figure out what I want to do in life and what makes me happy. I'm in a pretty good place mentally after a long time of struggling, so I don't want to have a backslide. But I promise at some point I'll be more present on here and more open about stuff. Hope you guys have a good weekend." So yeah, it's looking like we might be getting closer every day to a possible return of Shane Dawson. It's weird because I noticed a lot more of his fans are getting pretty outspoken about their support for Shane. Like one person wrote, "Why are we allowing him to come back again?" And a Shane Dawson fan actually responded and said, "Because we don't get to dictate who's allowed on the internet. He can post whatever he wants." Kinda weird that you think you get to have that kind of power over someone. I wish I could say that I'm surprised, but it looks like Shane might have some secret fans. Remember those mystery boxes that we talked about last week? Yeah, they sold out. If Shane is actually using his merch sales to get a feel of the audience that he has left, maybe that just gave him a little bit of a boost to come back soon. Moving on, we need to talk about the Ace family. There's been a lot of crazy rumors going on lately surrounding Austin and Catherine's relationship, and it's mainly coming from one TikToker. This girl on TikTok has been claiming that Austin is the father of her child. This girl posted a TikTok with a large sum of money and claimed that Catherine tried to pay her to have. These rumors were actually spreading pretty quick, and Austin decided to speak out about them on Instagram back in April. He said that these people are using him and his family's name for views and money, and as long as people feed into these rumors more and more, people will continue to make them up. Well, I guess Catherine also had enough now, because the other day she spoke out about a Snapchat news outlet that keeps putting out these stories covering the rumor. She wrote, "Here it goes. Every other week, To-Do uses the exact same photo of my husband and I to report different versions of the exact false story. Literally every other week, it never fails. I get that using my name to lure people to click on your story is the most profitable, but continuously covering a version of the same fake news is disturbing and desperate at this point. Almost as desperate as the girl that made the TikTok claiming and celebrating that I paid her to get. This false narrative of me is absolutely repulsive in so many ways. I can't even begin to articulate how terribly wrong and untrue that is. I pray for that woman who made that video that got more attention than it should have thanks to outlets like To-Do. I genuinely pray, because only someone in a dark place could fabricate something like that. I've never spoken about false accusations because it would simply be exhausting to stick up for myself over and over again for something that has nothing to do with me and who I am. At this point, people have taken advantage and even turned it into a job. A lot of people online feel like that's a conversation that Catherine should be having with Austin, because there's a reason that people even have the opportunity to create rumors like this. Talk to your man about it. He's the reason for the gossip sites talking about it. Hello? If it keeps getting brought up, then it's for a reason. I can name many influencers and MUAs that don't have their husbands in the tabloids every week like he is. That's kind of true. Finally, we have to talk about James Charles, but more specifically his TikTok friends. Everyone has been wondering what James is planning on doing with his current situation. Is he going to try and come back? Is he going to take a long time off? What are his plans? Well, Hollywood Fix actually caught up with Noah Beck and asked him what's going on with James. The other day, Hollywood Fix actually posted an old video of James to their YouTube channel, and surprisingly, like 90% of the comments were people saying that they wanted him back. Seeing him makes me so happy. I'm glad he's not in a dark space and having bad thoughts like he did before. I missed his smile and everything. I'm so happy he's doing all right. I love seeing James. Thank y'all so much. Hollywood Fix told Noah about all the support that James was getting in his comment section of that video, and Noah said that James is trying to stay low-key and feel things out. He said things are pretty heavy on James right now, and you really gotta feel for him.
Right now with like,
Just trying to be low-key?
yeah, I think he's just trying to like kind of wait things out because things are kind of heavy on him right now, and you gotta feel from it because a lot of people, like, as soon as people start making allegations, like, that's when the floodgates open and people.
Hollywood Fix then asked him how James's state of mind is, and Noah claimed that James isn't in the best state of mind, but how could he be with everything that happened? He said that he's trying to keep James in good spirits, but there's not much else he can do. Then Hollywood Fix asked Noah if he thinks that we'll see a return of James Charles. Without even giving it a second thought, Noah says, definitely, he's James Charles, he'll be back.
There's not much any of us can do. Do you think we'll see a return? Do you think he's going to get back with...
He's James Charles, he'll be back.
All right, so he'll be back. All right, I like that, man.
So if you guys are wondering why James probably has the ego that he has and brushed things off the first time around, it's probably because these are the type of friends that he keeps around him. A lot of people in the comments think that James is probably convincing his friends behind the scenes that he's actually innocent and was tricked, and that's why they're standing up for him. Am I the only one that feels bad for Noah and James's other friends? Like, A, Noah is so nice, he wouldn't talk bad about anyone, and B, even if he wanted to talk bad, I'm sure James is brainwashing them or forcing them to believe/say that he's innocent. I feel like James is manipulating all his friends, to be honest, because James is really good at making himself seem like the victim. I just think it's concerning. James admitted to what he did on camera to millions of people, yet his friends are totally okay with it? If his friends have the attitude of, oh, of course he'll return, he's James Charles. Can you imagine how big James's ego probably is right now? James did say in his statement that he would be returning one day, so I guess it's only a matter of time. Anyways guys, let me know what you think about everything down below. If you liked the video, hit the thumbs up button because it really does help my channel, and I'll see you next time.